Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. Titan Takeover, my last attack. I'm gonna do my 1 tier 4. I did 1 tier 3, 3 tier 5s. But today I thought I would record the tier 4 because I'm using Grayson Waller. My buddy Chrisaroo ran him to pretty good effect, so I said, you know what? I have him hype 1. I will run him and record it. We'll talk about the build afterwards and all of that, and Taker is in rage status here, so we may not get a full 3 turns. Not sure. I haven't fought any of the bosses while they're in rage status, actually. So not sure how that's going to work. To be honest, they do different things because they're in phase 2. So it's worth knowing, I suppose. We're going to find out. But yeah. So, this moveset, if we're lucky, we'll recycle. And if we're not, it won't. Unless we use the Juggernaut move. So, we're going to start off and get the multiply gems out. Then we're going to toss the Juggernaut gem move here. And increase our multiply gems a little bit. And then we're going to blow up the board. And hopefully, yeah, we should recycle. We would have recycled without the Juggy gems there, which is important to note. Now we're going to hit the sub again. I think I did like 200 million if I'm not mistaken. I could be. Yeah, we did get the recycle with that skill plate. Perfect. That was 300 million. I'm just going to get a little bit stronger. So we did like 500 milli there, which is solid. Solid effort. You could also use a green or yellow Royal Rumble with this build, then you would recycle easily. You can see I foobarred this, so we're gonna... We missed the recycle by 1. Unfortunate. Look at all those yellows out there. Very, very unfortunate. So it's fine, though. We're just gonna swipe, and we're still fine, right? Because that's the other thing. You're gonna have probably a match, so... In this case, the Juggernaut would have been better. Because we didn't recycle and we would have got 3 bigger multiply. So I'm sort of gambling here, right? Because we want the subs because it's growing the damage. That was 400 million. You can see it's getting bigger each time. You love it. Love to see it. Not having any problem recycling. 450. We just missed the 1 time. So this is pretty solid for that. Yeah, working quite nicely. 513. And I believe this is the turn where we go splat. Good effort from Waller, though. Mine's only hype 1, so obviously the higher hype, he's going to hit harder. So yeah, Chrisaroo, good find, buddy. Now, Ilya, I have a different setup than I've been running. And yeah, so I made some tweaks. Let's see how this goes to attempt to get an extra Piper plate proc. Now there should be just enough spots open for the amount of multiply gems I'm making. So let's see how hard this hits. Yes, good, good, good. So this is definitely a tweak to my previous Ilia build. Let's see where we wind up. That was 600. And that was 600. That was 1.2 billion. That can work. That can work. Hopefully that wild card, I think we have enough room to spare that the wild card won't mess this up, but we want to get that proc twice to start. I think I have like 2 gems to spare, but I could be wrong. I do. Three total, so 2 to spare, something like that. $557. Yeah, I like this for Ilia. Don't like it quite as much when I miss all my multiplies. So we're going to have to do it differently this time, right? Because we have too many multiplies on the board. And we don't have that much room to spare. And we're not reloaded yet anyway, so that's fine. That all works out great, because we were not going to be able to use that move the first cycle. We'll be able to use it the second cycle. Yes, we got rid of the wild card. Perfect. So we can finish on a high note. That was 439. Not ideal when you can't use it the first time, but still pretty solid damage, right? Because you're getting 2 procs, when otherwise this is a wasted turn. So yeah, that's my modified Ilia build, which I'll show you guys. But Waller, oh, nice little cascade there. This should be pretty cool. 815 mil. So Ilya probably went for close to 4 bill on this rotation. 3.6 to 4. Pretty good. And Waller, I think we did okay. I think we got close to like 2 bill out of Waller. We got more than 2 bill. Yeah. So really solid setup, right, on Waller. So Chrisaroo was running it slightly different than me. I decided to go for the recycle ability to try to get more subs in. But let me show you guys the builds. He had the Buzzard Beak to add some green gem damage there. You could also, yeah. You could also use a yellow Royal Rumble. Then he would recycle every time for sure, right? So there's that. And you could use a green to improve the damage, but let me show you the setup for Waller. I think a lot of you guys will find it useful. You may not have all the stuff, right? Which is fine, but at least you can use him, so I feel like this is a more useful video. His gears are really nice for this because you get 4 multiply strength and 3 MP. Gears, I believe some can be purchased with hangers, and the others are in the gear loot, so they are obtainable, right? Moves, it's just the stunner, seated rear chin lock sub, and then this recycles with the juggy move if you need it. Now the plate I went with, because I don't have spare rumbles for Waller, is I went with the Cowabunga. Whenever you break 4 green, generate 10 random, and you can see that refilled it most of the time. So that was the ultimate I went with. I do have a 150 strap, but the glowing the glowing fate plate. Whenever you make 6 or more sub gems, increase your green gem damage by 200% for 2 turns. And you can see this was carrying over. The plates that say 200%, or not 200%, for more than 1 turn carry over, right? The plates that don't. The plates that do. And you saw him grow his damage the whole time. So that's the setup I went with. It is a 150 strap. So there's that. And then Ilya, I modified his build. We got a green to blue so that we're going to reload the blue no matter what, right? We got the green Piper plate. The modification was just running the other pyro move, and 20 is fine. So because of that, I took off Howdy and went with Leo. If you didn't have Leo, you would just sub any zombie, right? But taking Howdy off lets it so my pyros don't get overwritten. Otherwise, I have with Howdy, I had too many gems on the board, and then my pyros would get overwritten, and then couldn't blow up the board to the same effect. So I had to tinker with that to get that right. So we got Mosh, Sherry, Leo, and Chelsea, right? If you don't have Leo, any zombie with the same training abilities as Chelsea would be the route that you would go. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. But over over 2 billion from Waller, pretty solid. Pretty solid. I think a lot of people will find this video helpful. So thanks, Chrisaroo, for sharing that with me. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to try on some of these days that people I have hyped for to use more common cards now, because we have a lot of strategy down. We have a lot of people that are good. And so like today I didn't even use Penta, who I love using. I could have maybe got more damage, but people have seen the power gems a lot, and this was a new setup for Ilia, so I thought it worked well. But I'm going to try to use more common characters for Titan now, and get you guys some people that you have on your roster that you can potentially use and work up and find some good builds for them. So if you have a fairly common card that you can hit like 2 billion, 3 billion, 1.5 billion, drop it in the comments with your setup. And then, I can tinker with them and try and get some videos up for people to help people out. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. And that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Not too shabby at all. That's a good find from Chrisaroo.